Hello, crew. I thought it'd be fun to come on and stamp some boxes and create some boxes using not only the North Pole Delivery Designer Series paper, but some cardstock and some other kinds of paper as well. And I figured we'd stamp some little envelopes on them, similar to what was in the catalog, which I will show you. Hello, my name is Kimberly Smith. I'm the paper chef, and we started this workshop on the Jolly Delivery last month, so I have a few projects to show you, and we'll be doing it this month as well on my channel. See, I thought that was cute. And there's even a little compass on stamped on that one. Okay, we can put an extra circle. So there's just different things we can do. Let's see. You could put a little tag with the envelope, and you could see you could cut out tiny envelopes and glue them on there. Use some of the ephemera. The boxes are just super cute. Oops, this is wrong page. This one. So this is in our mini catalog, page 28. You can see all these great examples. And then you can see them all in a bowl like this. And there's even some with sentiments on them and little ephemera. And then here's the paper. Here's the set of dies that's part of the Jolly Delivery bundle. And then if you keep going, it goes all the way up to page 31. Okay, 31. So that's what we're doing in November. And by the way, this is this month's card club. We're doing Peace on Earth. This is what you guys voted on. And last month we did Festive Friends. So if you want to stick around to the end, I can show you some cute stuff we made with Festive Friends. All right. And then the month before that, we worked on Halloween. So this channel's fun. There's lots of crafting going on. All right. So I did stamp it upside down my first attempt. So we're going to fix that. So first, let's just talk about the die. And we'll get some different paper. So we have the North Pole Delivery paper. Let me show you what that looks like. Now, in your kit, because if you did get a workshop kit, you have a lot more than this. Or you have Jolly Delivery paper, but you have a lot of other kinds. See? This is the double-sided paper. It's super cute. And then there's also ephemera. So the paper's adorable. And then when you turn it over, it's great on this side as well. And then we have some ephemera. So this was specialty paper. So you only got 5 sheets of double-sided paper, but then you got the ephemera, which is just little punch-out pieces. And you can also take the DSP and use the dies to punch out. So, for example, that was from the DSP, this little bear, but then that's from the DSP because you could tell by the back side of it. But this piece is a piece of ephemera. So isn't that cool? You can have the bears walking toward each other. And then this is just some little ephemera that came out of the punch-outs. And they all coordinate. So specialty paper is fun. So you can do a lot with that. Now, also in your kit, I think you had some Lights of Aurora, some other things in there. Okay, we could try that piece. And we can try, let's see. Just thinking of some other, I just thought it'd be fun to try some retired papers, of which I have a lot. That would be cute. This is some Penguin Playmates. Just to get used to the die and also just to have some extra treat boxes because they're great for craft fairs and things. Even if they're not exactly what you're selling. Maybe you're selling something else, like I would be selling Hershey Nugget treats, but then I like to give people, when they purchase stuff, extra little gifts. All right, so what we're going to do is open this up to show you see, I thought that was the top. Oh, no. I thought that was the top. I guess it can be, wait, is it the top? Maybe I did do it right. Okay, I probably did do it right. Is that the top? I guess it really doesn't matter what is the top and what's the bottom, as long as you stamp all the little envelopes correctly. Now, let's see what they did in the catalog. Because these things don't come with instructions. People like me just sort of test it and figure it out. We just watch other examples or watch pictures, and we just figure this stuff out on our own. All right, so that would be the top is the round part with the thing coming through. Okay, so no, the flap is going to be the top is going to be this. So we're going to have to do opposite of what I did for my stamping. Okay, so that's good to know. All right, so let's die cut. So whatever I did, we're gonna do the opposite. And then these are just easy because it's just paper that goes in any direction. All right, so let's get die cutting. So for the die cutting sandwich, we're just gonna use the plate. We use a base plate number 1 whenever we use metal dies, a plate number 2 whenever you use the thin dies. This is your adapter. And then you're gonna use 1 plate number 3. That's the Stampin' Up! Sandwich. Then you're gonna put the paper down. Okay, and then you're gonna put this on top. And it's gonna open up, so we'll see if it would really matter. Okay, so let's do this again. The top is gonna be the side with this little notch. So that's gonna be the top. It really doesn't matter because you're gonna open it up anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead, so like if you did open it up, you would see these animals at an angle. All right, so the only thing I want to show you is the notches. That's important. So you have 3 notches. You can do the circle, which you can then put a compass over the top of. You could do a heart. Or I like this one, the star. Okay, so when you do the circle, see, it looks like a little baby's face, right? It looks like a little baby's face when you get like that. All right, so you're going to put that right in there, like so. Okay, it goes right into your die. It's perfectly put in there. So you can use a sticker or a piece of tape just to hold that in place. So that's the only piece you need to know about. And then you're going to put the top of your sandwich, the die cutting sandwich, over the top there. And then you're going to roll it through your machine. So we're going to do a couple of them, and we're going to do the cardstock as well. I'm just going to use Pool Party cardstock, a coordinating color, some Pool Party ribbon. All righty, let's do this. Let's do it. We're looking for the top of the sandwich. All right. I haven't gone anywhere. Let's see what happened to it. It's amazing what happens in a craft room. The amount of things that disappear. There's the top plate. So you need another plate number 3 for the top. Disappears so quickly. I make sure that I don't go anywhere between the time I have my samples already and the time I do my video, because if I go somewhere, I could have left something on, and another, like taken the stamp with me to wash or left something somewhere else. All right, so this is all there is to it as far as using the die cut for just making your little box. Okay, so you're going to fold it down. Now, these are not very high on the sides, but consider that this die uses 6x6 paper, so you can only make it so big. So don't give the designers a hard time. In this case, I love how they did this. And there's enough other things we have to hold gift cards, and you can retrofit it by not folding it all the way in and make a gift card holder, but why not just use it for what it's intended and make the cute little box? Cute little treat holder. There are enough things. I did find a lot of things to fit in there. Peppermints, let's see, ginger chews, and gummies, and I'm not sure if I did bring tea, but I'm not sure if that fit. Let me grab I did carry some tea out here. I said, oh, I wonder if the tea bag will fit in there. For those that don't eat, don't eat a lot of sweets. I carried out a bunch of stuff. I thought, this is from my candy bowl. I said, let me see all the things that will fit in there. So, anywho, so let's see if the tea will fit in there. Look at that. Pretty close. Well, not really. You'd have to fold the tea a little bit. So the tea is a no-go unless you fold it a little bit. Okay, so we'll see. We'll try it again after we glue the sides. So if you want to glue the sides, you can glue the sides. But I just wanted to show you this, how easy this is. So that's the top, which I've been mixing up, and that's the bottom. So, and it's easier when you put the candy inside first. And you just put that in, and you open it up, and boom, you got the cutest little easy treat box. So you can make like hundreds of these easy if you're trying to mass produce for like a craft fair or something. So I figured I would do that. And at least whether or not I use them at my craft fair, like as actually something I sell, depends on what I put in them. I wouldn't sell them for as much as I would sell my nuggets for. So my nuggets are $5, and they're like my best seller at the craft fair. Now, I always do like something like 3 for $12, and then everyone wants to buy 3 of them. And then I take orders with my church ladies that I go to church with, and I say, hey, at the next meeting, I can make these for you, and I have order forms, and I can bring them with me. And I put Hershey's Nuggets with almonds, ingredients, chocolates, and nuts to let people know, and stamp, copyright Stampin' Up. I usually put created by Kimberly Smith, and then I give little order forms. But anyway, these I'd probably sell for just a couple bucks because you can't fit much in them. I don't think we can even put a Hershey Nugget in there. I think it would probably pop out. So what I like to do, though, with these little boxes is put a little adhesive on the sides. It helps keep them together a little bit better. And then we're going to do a couple with, we're going to stamp it, and we're also going to do a little bit with some other papers. You probably could do two at once, but with boxes, you don't want the score lines to be too deep. Whereas if you do too many papers at once, you could cut through. All right, so I put a little bit of adhesive on these flaps. And that way, it's a real envelope treat box. This is what this is. This style is called an envelope treat box because it looks like an envelope. What's nice about it, if you do the flaps like this, then you can really load it up easy. And I can actually get a better look at what fits in there. Okay, so we've pre-scored. And we have the cutest little, see? You can actually see the little penguin inside. Now let's see. We're gonna try that T again. Yeah, it would fit. The T would probably fit just fine. It's bent up a little bit on the sides. I'm okay with that. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Wouldn't that be neat if you could find a honey pack that small, and they could say what's inside? Because everyone always asks you what's inside. So at a craft fair, you leave something open, and you show them what's inside one, and then you can close the others. But that's brilliant. That fits in there perfect. Stash Christmas tea. All right, now let's see. My cow, I got these from, I think, no, that's not going to fit, the cow tail. Got that from, okay, yes for the Tootsie Roll, but not with the tea in there. But definitely the mints. Yes for the mints, because they're small. So use flat things. Ginger chews, right? Ginger chews, mints. Let's see, Lifesavers. So you actually could put, if you get flat candy and you plan, you could put these in there. So you got one Lifesaver, 2 mints, and a ginger chew. All right, so that's good. And then it all fits in there, and some tea. So and we're going to close it. And then we got a, latch already built in. And then you can open it up, and you can do a little ribbon or twine. And that's just stinking adorable. All right, so that one's ready to go. And that's a good little gift for coworkers as well. Let's do some more, now that we got the idea. All right. Hey, they've actually, Janet, I've done 4 videos already. I'm going to show you all the things. I did them last month. These on this project. Actually 5 videos, because I did one with this when I first got this and unboxed it. This is my 5th video for the Jolly Delivery. But I will show you, because remember we did, I think you were there. You made the little, my favorite thing we made so far was the Jolly Delivery. Oh, maybe it was only 3. Maybe we did them in bingo. Maybe we didn't do as many as I thought. We definitely made the little bears with the Hershey Nugget treats. And then we did a few cards for bingo, yeah. And then I know I did another card on YouTube. Anyway, I can't remember. It's all just a blur because, boy, was that a crazy team building month or what. You saw that's what I concentrated on last month. I concentrated on team building, and it really did make my team grow. And my team, the Paper Chefs, is awesome. So all of us, not just me, all of us got 67. And then one more came through the last day. So 68 team members, new team members, Paper Chefs. So we're having so many team members that we're having an orientation for them on Thursday night. So if you are a new team member, come to the new team orientation. All right, again, that's going to be the top. And that's on Thursday night on Zoom. And you're invited to that if you're one of my team members. And we're going to go over how to get started and all the ways to win prizes and stuff for your creative challenges and things. All right, so again, that's the top. So I just want to, if that's the top of the paper, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to kind of put it at an angle. And, wait a minute, let's see. This paper goes in all the directions. So maybe this one's going to be the best paper to use, because half of it will be upside down. So let's just use some other paper here. You guys use whatever I sent you, but I'm just going to use whatever I have here, okay? Because this is how I roll. We just do whatever we do whatever we do. I'm just going to use this paper here called Elegant Pines. I think you might have some of this. I don't remember what I gave you, honestly, in your kit. It's been so long since I sent out those kits. I know you got some Lights of Aurora, so we could try that too. And I know you got the North Pole delivery, so do one with the paper that goes in all the different directions. Otherwise, half the paper is going to be upside down. And then you're going to have to do too much thinking when you fold it. And I don't want to have to make everybody think too hard for this kind of project. It shouldn't be hard. This is an easy project. And we'll try one with the star, too. I like the star enclosure. The heart enclosure, I don't think I like the heart enclosure for Christmas time. But maybe for Valentine's Day, we use these. And that would be a cute little Valentine treat boxes. Ugh. All right. All right, so Janet is here. Lynn is here. Thank you, Lynn, for getting everybody to like the video. Like the video and share, like, and do all the things. All right, here, Melissa's here from Texas. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Christina Fullen, one of my YouTube channel members. I think I sent you something recently. I hope you got it. Yes, my mom's bag. Hope you got it. I haven't been checking on deliveries if anyone got what I sent, but I hope you got it. And I sent out everyone for my Whatnot auction. Everybody from this good from last week. It takes me a couple days to do that, and next week this week I'm gonna have another auction on Friday. I have lots of markers, and I tried to put the in colors into collections, and then I'm gonna have the extra in color markers at my auction. Whatever isn't part of a set, because I have lots of random ones. And I got some more bundles I've dug out. So we're gonna have a good auction Friday. The week after that I have a craft fair, so I don't think I'm gonna do that one until Saturday. I'll still go on weekends on Whatnot. All right, that one is brilliant. I love Elegant Pine Snowflake paper. I love that paper because look at me, it goes in every direction. This one might be my favorite box so far. And I'm not worried about sentiments because I'm thinking that I would just try to find like the tiniest die I have and write like to from later or like for you or something really small or Merry Christmas. But I had to find the really tiny die. See, there's one here that says from me to you. That would work. But I don't know yet what these are going to say or if I'm going to put sentiments on them. So in the case of coworkers, it's always safe. You don't know if people celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, so it's always safe to put Happy Holidays on a coworker's one. But for my church, of course, we would be Merry Christmas. I just don't know what these are going to say yet. But the sentiments don't matter. It's the box that's cute. So, again, I like putting the flaps on there and gluing them so that they're just easier to load and more sturdy. And stuff won't pop out the sides. All right, so that's the top. So that's the top, and that's the bottom. So, cool. Okay, we could do candy cane. These are from, I just like the one that has a little bit bent part. Okay, candy cane, Dollar General, or whatever, and Tootsie, let's see, mint, Lifesaver, and can we fit one more thing? Oh, I like the tea. I like doing that like last time, putting the tea in first. Because it fits right in there perfectly. I like that. I like that. Okay. Oh, Tootsie Roll, it's kind of iffy on the Tootsie Roll because when you mail something and you have a Tootsie Roll in it, it could melt. That's why I try not to put Tootsie Rolls in with my like auction items. I try to give everybody like mints and stuff that even if it melted, let's try this Lifesaver. Yeah, that would work. Even if it melted, like mints would never get on your stuff. Whereas Tootsie Rolls, goo could get out of them. So, and it's still hot in some places. And it's still hot when a package gets hit by the sun. That's brilliant. See how much easier, see how much nicer it looks and tighter when you seal the sides. It looks like a professional little box. All right, let's see. I don't remember what I put in these before, but that's the star one. All right, now let's do, you get the idea. So now we're going to do one with cardstock. We're going to use Pool Party cardstock, and we're going to stamp it. Same sandwich. It's just that I'm going to use my flatter plate, the plate that's not as scratched as the bottom one, because I don't want it to get... If you use like a scratch plate on the bottom, it might get a little indentation on stuff. This one will be my top plate. All right, this is, I took an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I cut it into 5.5, or no, sorry, 4.25 by, 4.25 by 8.5. And I was able to just get 2 exactly. So that's nice. I was able to get 2 out of 1 piece of cardstock, plus have a lot of leftover cardstock for scraps. Just want to make sure I get that in there on the edge, like so. Okay, taping that down. Taping it down. And then we need the little notch. Let's do the star this time. So we're going to put the star down here. Get the notches in there and then tape. Be sure to tape it on because it could get, if not, it could get caught up under your die and then it could get bent. And that would not be good. Metal gets bent when it like rolls up under the other metal and then you have a problem. Okay. If I did it wrong, we just get out another piece of cardstock and try again. It's no big deal. We're not going to sweat it. It's only crafting. All right, machine is over there. I want to get rid of the shadow, so I got to take the machine out, put it on the floor. All right. Now, I want to tape this down. This is a piece of washi tape because I want it to not slip when I'm stamping. Don't do your scoring yet because it's easier to stamp when it's flat. All right. This is the top. That is the bottom. I had done it opposite the other time. So this is the top. And this is the, okay. Let's just make sure that's going to be the top. And that's going to be the bottom. So pretty much everything I did, I got to do the opposite. So whatever I did here, I'm going to do the opposite. All right. Once you do one, though, you just use your template and you just look at it. You don't have to really think too hard. All right. I'm taping onto the flaps using washi tape. Washi tape's good because it won't... Oops, I got ink all over my... All right, hold on. I got to clean up the ink that I had there from earlier. I want to get that on the cardstock. The glass mat's great for like not getting ink on your table, but then it does get on the other papers. All right, where's my roll of washi tape? This stuff is great. It's the... I know everybody uses it to decorate and die cut, but I didn't even... I was trying to buy the dies for it, and I don't know if they ever came back in stock. I just like it because it's pretty and it's strong, and I use it just for crafting and shutting my bags and stuff. All right, so we have it taped down. And now we want to use a little mask of a sticky note. Well, we can use big sticky notes. Big sticky notes, okay? If I only want, this is because I only want to stamp the flaps. So we're just going to put a bunch of these all over the parts we don't want to stamp. You could stamp the whole thing if you want, but I'm just stamping the flaps. And I probably could use the same sticky note over 4 times like I did earlier, but it's okay. I'll use the sticky notes. And now we're going to use Secret C ink. And we're going to use the 4 little envelopes. Aren't they cute? And if that's the way we're going to do. We're going to do upside down. Okay. For the top flap. Okay, we're going to stamp it up. We're going to stamp the envelopes upside down and hopefully they work out. Oops, let's get this. If not, it's only paper. And I miscalculated. All right. Upside down. Upside down. Okay, not the best stamping job. That's when you get your little black marker out. And you can you can fix it with your fine tip marker if you want. If you didn't do like a great stamping job. Okay, good enough. All right, now we're going to put the other ones right side up, okay? Let's see, because they were, yeah, because we did them wrong last time. Okay, we're going to do right side up. Right side up. Okay, and then these ones are right side up. And I don't really care if it gets on the star. I'm really not worried about the star itself, but I don't really want it on the other part of the flaps. All right, down here. Okay. We shall try it and see if it worked. You guys have masking paper. If you don't have sticky notes, that's why I give you masking paper in your kits. Oh, good. I didn't get ink all over it. Masking paper in your kits means that you can use it as a sticky note. That's what that stuff is. It's masking paper. It works like a sticky note in that it's light. Be careful not to smear the ink because it might take a little extra time to dry on thick cardstock like this. These are going to be nicer because they're nice and thick. These boxes are going to be more sturdy. If you wanted to put jewelry in them, that'd be a good little thing for jewelry and trinkets. All right, let's see. All right, I think I was miscalculated again. I did something wrong. I did something wrong. Okay, well, I did them right there and right there. So I needed to do this one upside down. All right, third time's a charm, guys. Third time's a charm. But that looks so cute, though, doesn't it? Here, let's finish. Let's get it over the finish line, and we'll do one more. Okay, so we're going to go like that, and we need the top one to be upside down, and the bottom one. Okay, the two side ones are right side up. So we got 1, 2, 3. That one's good, and this one is not. So this one is. All right, upside down, upside down. Oops, okay. Sorry, like this. Okay, upside down, and then this also has to be upside down. And these are right side up. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. I know what I'm doing. I'm just kidding. I totally don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's find some cardstock. We get out some more pool party. As I always say, we will not be defeated. Okay, so I took a piece of cardstock and I made it. It was 8.5 by 11, and I turned it, and I made it 5.5 by 8.5. Okay, we're gonna move the ink up here, bring that machine back up, and plug in this phone so that nothing goes dead while I'm in the middle of filming. All right, let's get this. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 of them in case I mess it up and I don't have to get the machine out again. Or I should say, in case I mess it up again. Okay. See how that fits in there perfectly? On that piece of cardstock. And we need the little guy, the little piece of star or circle. Okay, I see something. I see, no, that was the heart. Do I have to use the heart? I didn't want to use, here we go. Here's a circle. That shall work, because I don't want to use the heart one. I just want to use a circle or a star. Star is missing. You probably can see it, but I can't see it. It's somewhere on my table. All right, good. As the saying goes, it's only paper. That's why if you use designer series paper that goes in any direction, you can't go wrong. It's only if you're stamping, you can't go wrong because you have to stamp the right way. I don't know why this box is so much harder to visualize to me than the other ones. Okay. Okay, pool party. I need to put another piece of cardstock there and pop. So you pop that little hole, this little part. Oh, there's nothing in it, but sometimes something's stuck in there. So always check that. And my last piece of pool party. Or not very last, but once in a while when you're die cutting, flip this around. So go like that. Flip it around. So it doesn't get, the plate doesn't get warped as much. Okay, just so it doesn't slip off. I want to use that one and use the scratch one on top because otherwise it gets indentations onto the cardstock. Okay, not a good thing to hold in your hand while you're rolling something through a machine. So just get that off your hand. If I get motivated tomorrow, I'm going to clean my craft area. But right now, have not been motivated to do that. Okay. You got to be in the mood to clean your craft area so you can actually find things. All right, so there we go. And we're going to try this again. First of all, make sure you get your paper towel or whatever and clean off any ink that got overlapped before. All right. Tape. Tape, tape. Okay. I'm just going to use that little piece. All right. Upside down was correct. Right side up was not. It needs to be upside down. Okay, that makes sense because they're both going to be upside down, the opposite. All right, right side up, right side up. All right, upside down, right side up, right side up. You get it? Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to try it. Upside down. Here's our ink, and we're using Secret C. Try to get all this extra goo off. Okay, Secret C. Oh, my God. I did it wrong right from the start. All right. Cripes. Criminy, criminy, criminy. Here, this is why we did another one. All right. Upside down. I don't know why, you guys. I don't know why. Am I leaving this video up? Yes. You should have seen my first videos several years ago. They sucked even worse than today's. Okay. But we're still here. We're having fun. All right. Upside down. Upside down. There we go. Upside down. Oh, I didn't even mask that one either. Upside down. Upside down. All right. This is just so I don't accidentally go over. We're going to mask this one. Upside down, okay? Right side up. Right side up. Right side up. Okay, this one just go like that, okay? Oh, put it actually down here. Right side up. I have to say it out loud, guys. It's like a cadence to get this right. All right, did we do it? Fourth time's a charm. Fourth time. Will I still use the other ones? Absolutely. I'm going to use them upside down. I don't really care because some people you send them to aren't even going to know the difference. But if I was to sell it, no, I'm going to do it the right way because I want to make it look really cute because when they say, oh, how did you do that? And I say, oh, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Would you like a catalog? Now, at a craft fair, I only give catalogs to those people who bought something. I do not let people pick up catalogs from a pile. Lesson learned, because they are not the ones that will buy something from your catalog if they don't even buy something from your craft fair. They don't appreciate the homemade items. So if they buy something else and then they ask me for a catalog. Now, otherwise, if they say, how do I get a catalog? I'll just say, then you can purchase a catalog or you can get on my mailing list. And like, in other words, it's free, but you have to give some information. Like you got to put your like email down on my mailing list or something. I don't just give out the catalogs, let them take them from a pile, because there's no follow-up and they're very expensive. We do buy our own catalogs. All right, so there we go. Like that. It's going to be like that. I'm just trying it before I do any gluing. I want to look. I need to witness this because something is off with it, my direction. Yay! And I think it could use one more little stamp up there. Or that could be a cute place to put your sentiment. So I'm just going to leave it be. And I'm going to put like maybe the little sentiment across the top. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Get in there on that flap. Okay, this one I won't put the tea in because I already used my 2 tea bags. We'll maybe put some gummies in this one. Okay, glue would be good for this too. Okay, we're gonna put gummies. We're gonna keep it simple. I got these from, I think, Ollie's or Big Lots or one of those places. They're like $9.95. They're expensive, but they're like $9.95 a bag. But cheaper than if you get them at like online or something. Plus, I like to support some local stores, even if it is a chain. Okay, that worked in there, and let's see. I don't think anything else is gonna fit in there. We're just gonna go with the gummies. And then we're gonna go with a little, I just put a little bit of the Balmy Blue, or the Pool Party ribbon, and I tied a little knot. And that's how I did that. And you could also do some twine, like I did for the one. And then, of course, the sentiment. So, yay. Let me show you some other cute things we can do. Let's see if we can put any ephemera on it or something. So this I had already tied, but I think it needs to be a little bit tighter. This is the Pool Party ribbon. Ruched ribbon, I think it's called. A ruffled, Pool Party ruffled ribbon. But I love how our cardstock and ribbon coordinates together. I don't think it needs to be so big. And it doesn't need to be so long, hanging off the edge. Let's try it really short. Let's try to go look way shorter. Let's try to go like that. And like that. Okay, so you can see you could put some twine on it, like on this one. I don't remember what I put in these, so we're just going to open it and see. Okay, a couple more. I put some butterscotch and candy cane. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple mints to it before I shut it back. That way it'll be ready to go. All right, and I have 5 little treats in there, ready to go. And you can also put a sentiment on the inside. Fun. I'm going to go ahead and put that twine back on it. Tie a little bow. I like them to be ready to go so I can just, I don't want to keep like, that was my sample before. I don't want to keep opening them, see what's inside them, et cetera, et cetera. Just, now they're just ready to go, ready to sell. I would just have to put a little sentiment on it, which is easy enough. Or a couple little pieces of ephemera or whatever. I'm just going to look and see what I have that's small enough. The problem is that these are kind of big. You could put a to from on the back of that. I'm just going to do, I got an idea. Okay, I got an idea. We're going to take these two and put a little hole in them and make like little tags. That way somebody can use it to write on. Okay, this is the idea. We're going to try that. Okay, hole punch. And, well, what I do when I want something to hang, this is what I do. I first tie the first knot, like real tight. And then I tie the next, then I let the next knot be loose. That's what I do. And then I tie my little bow. I'll show you what I mean. I just tie it like tight, right? Come out. And then I take the next loop, I stick these in there. Tie the next one loose so these tags hang down. Okay, but I want them to kind of dangle a little, so I'm going to take this part, tie a little knot, so that they dangle a little bit. Loosey-goosey, it looks cuter. They can just take this whole twine off. They can just slide it off the top. So don't worry about all the extra knots. This is to make things look cute, because it's very easy to make this box. And then when you make it look cute, it's even better. And then people are really like impressed when you give them something that looks like you did a lot of effort. You know, it has a lot of effort into it. Now that is much better, see, than it was. So we're going to put those over there because you still want to see the cute flap. And that looks adorable. All right, so that's the one I really like. All right, let me keep saying hi. We got to see, okay. Let's see who else came in. Carol, Diana. Chris is here. Christy Crafts. I mean, Cards by Chris, sorry. Thank you, Diana, for the amazing, she's congratulating me on my amazing achievement. Melissa Sullivan, of all those team members. I know it's like, it was not easy, but I had a campaign. I did a major campaign with 35 videos about why to join. Now, I don't think that's why they joined necessarily or anything. If anybody joined because of a video, I'd be surprised if they just joined just because of a video, but I hope it was entertaining and engaging. And then I hope I help some people who are my customers already, like, make the decision and like go over the edge. And I don't mean go over the edge in a bad way, but I hope them over the edge of making the decision of like having, just a fun decision of finally like, okay, you got me. I've seen 35 videos. I'm finally going to join. Like, all right. I'm just seeing if Balmy Blue might match this one. Yeah, Balmy Blue. I'm just trying to see which colors of twine. I have all these colors of twine. And then, things will still be done. But like, you got me. Okay, I'll join. You wore me down. It's $35. Okay, I get it. It's such a great deal. Like, it really is a great deal. I mean, and they said, and the company said, so they were saying that there was 75% of the people who joined did take advantage of the $35 special, because there was a $99 special as well, which I didn't really promote. And it was still just as good of a deal, but it cost more to get in. And then I was like telling people, I didn't really tell people much about that deal. And then the company said that most people did take the $35 deal, which is what I thought. That's what I thought would have happened, because the $35 deal was like a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Like, join for $35 and get $125 worth of stuff. I mean, hello, no-brainer. Now that special's over, but maybe we'll have another special next year, but it won't be that good. But still, don't think that you shouldn't join if you still want to join, because there's always no time like the present, because we get to pre-order this month for next year's catalog. Demonstrators get to later in the month. So that's cute. That's a little Balmy Blue ribbon on that one. All right, this one I'll be using a little bit of this. I'll use the garden green twine. And you got some twine in your kits, but I don't remember what I gave you. But if I did give you any of this, this was from, it's like Nature's Twine or something. No, not Nature's Twine. I forget what was the name of it. Earth and Tone Twine or something. Just making sure I got enough stuff in there before I shut it. It needs something else. It needs another mint. I'm eating a Tootsie Roll, you guys. Getting hungry. All right, we're putting another mint in there. That way when it's shut, the treats are And they're ready to go. That one's going on that side. Yeah, so it's not very thick, but it is super cute. But to have the little latch built in, I just thought was such a brilliant design. I don't remember if I glued the sides of that one. When I use twine, as you can tell, I like to go around a few times. A couple times at least. Because then you can tighten it up by just taking the twine in. Like if you didn't make a tight knot, you can still make it tight by moving the twine. Like on the sides, you can go like, so if it's loose, the knot, you can just go. All right, let's see. Loosey-goosey. Come on. I think it got a little twisted. I think I'm a little twisted from eating too many Tootsie Rolls. Too many Tootsie Rolls. I visited my mom in the rehab center today and showed her some cards that my friend sent me. And I'm going to show them to you too because they made her day. I didn't open them all the way, but I'm going to open them for you. It made her day there to see such cute, happy Mal. All right, that's cute. That's cute. That one's done. This one needs something, like ephemera. Something. Let's see what we can put on this one. There's little mailboxes. I'm just seeing what's small. Oh, here's something cute that could go up there. The little mouse. The mouse holding a letter. Remember I told you I had that little spot up at the top corner? That was like, where I was like, I'm going to go back and stamp. And then I thought, risky, doing a live video. We don't need to stamp for a 5th time on that one box. Ah, love it. Okay, let's see what other cuteness can be on there. It has to be really small. This is small, the little paws. But it's not a context, so it won't really be in context because the paws, unless you have a bear nearby. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. He's going on there. The mouse holding a gift is going on there. I love ephemera. Now, it might be easiest to put the stuff, I'm thinking up the top because of how the box will open. And if I put it on the bottom, it won't the box won't open and close easy. But if I put it there, it'll still open and close easy. And then I could put a few of the, I already forgot the names of these. Deer dots, I think they're called. These were what came in your kit. So maybe these will be cute on there. Because now that I got these, I wouldn't have normally put these on there because they wouldn't have matched. But now that I have this other ones, that matches. Okay, let's do some color. Okay, we don't want pool party because that's the same color. Let's try a, oh, that's cute with the little pops of color. Now that makes a big difference. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it with the dots of color, or you think they're like too much? Or do you think I need more? I could put small ones. Not everything but the balmy blue. I mean the pool party. I didn't want to put more pool party on top of the pool party. I could also do, you know what I think would be cute on here? Because it just needs something else. Just a little bit of twine. It needs some more color. It's just too blue. I'll see what you guys say about needing more dots or not. My mom is like, she's kind of like sad that she's still there. She doesn't want to be there, but she also really can't come home. They told her, you can't come home until you can take care of yourself. I'm not able to take care of her. She's getting 3 meals a day. Her arm's still in a way that she can't use it very much. I don't know. She's doing okay, but she's kind of lonely, and she wants to be free again. And it might be that she's in there for a while. I mean, it's not a good conversation to have with somebody. You got to be realistic. There we go. My sister is better at this stuff than me. My oldest sister, so she's going to be like talking to her. She's going to come up and help me with my craft fair. We're going to sell a lot of my mom's stuff because my mom has a lot of aprons, doll clothes, bigger bags and pillows and stuff. So we're going to, pot holders. We are going to be doing the craft fair together. When she comes up to do that, my mom's not going to the craft fair. I'm saying we're just bringing her stuff. My sister and I are bringing the stuff. And when, oh, that looks so much better. Wow, that's a big difference between how we started on that little box, right? What a big difference on how we started and where we ended up. Can we over embellish? No. So my sister will talk to her. It needs Wink Stella. It just needs, these need glitter. They need to shine. Oh, this is a juicy glitter. Finally, I'm usually getting out the glitter and it's not very juicy, but this one is very juicy. So what's cool is that we filled the treats in there already. So like this one's like ready to go. All ready to go. All right, Luis, nice to see you. All right, let me show you now. This one, all I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to add, we've already put the treats in it. I'm just going to add this twine. And like I said, I might add a sentiment. Not sure. Might just, these might just go as is. Depends on who's getting them and what they're for. So maybe even just 2 from Sweet Treat for you. Because my other sentiments in my bag I think are too big. I have these, I have a bunch already made out this year, but I don't know if they're going to be too big. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother grabbing them, but I think this one would be cute with some of these sequins or some of the peppermints. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to add a few peppermints from the kits. I'm not even sure which kit this is from, but they're going to be cute on there, the peppermints. Because traditional Christmas colors. This one. I'm just trying to make sure the colors match. I could use the gold ones. The other colors, not so much. Put some gold. Little bling on these. Okay. This one has bling, bling. These ones could use, or that one has the envelope, so it's embellished. This one could use a few little deer dots. And now I will probably use the pool party. So now you got to see how I did everything. And kind of how my mind works, like as you mess up or as you try to fix things and how you got to kind of think out loud sometimes. Okay, so little pops of color are always fun with the little embellishments. Yes, for the peppermints. Okay, good. You like those. Thank you guys for feedback, because I sometimes feel like, Bueller, talking to myself. Internet's been out. Oh, sorry your internet's been out. Well, it's good. You missed me like stamping upside down and messing up a couple of these, but it's okay because I finally figured it out. So what it is you need to go, just so as a review, as I show you the final boxes and then some other stuff. As a review, stamp the top upside down and the bottom upside down. So upside down, right side up, right side up. And then when you fold it, it will all be, the 2 panels are going to be stamped right side up, and then the 2 are going to be stamped upside down. And when you fold it around, it'll exactly look cute, like this. All right, so we've done the treat boxes with the North Pole Delivery Suite, and we've been using the Jolly Delivery dies to make these boxes, and we use twine. You could punch a hole and use some of your ephemera to make little tags. Okay, so those are all the different ideas. We used the Elegant Pine snowflake paper and some retired Penguin Playmate paper. So they're all cute, and I'm going to just make a ton of them. They're just so cute. I love it. And now you got to see that tea fits in there. Candy canes. I'm not going to open it back up, but tea, candy canes, peppermints, mints, lifesavers, ginger chews, and any kind of flat candy. Okay. Tootsie Rolls did fit, but I wasn't recommending it because the Tootsie Rolls, so here's some ginger chews. The Tootsie Rolls are going to be you know, they could melt or something. I had these in mind too to put in there. These, I think, if you fold the package over, would be fine. The mini M&Ms, and then what else can we put in there? The gummies. I showed you about the gummies. This is one of the Halloween treats, but if we were to make Halloween boxes, the Halloween treats would have fit in there. The Halloween sticker boxes. I think a mini Twix might fit in there. This is my Halloween candy bowl. I don't think these would be too tall, the gummies. So you just want to look for flat candies. Okay, so just so you know, they don't fit a gift card, but if you did fold the sides, you could probably get... So they don't fit a gift card. But if you don't fold the sides over as much, you could turn them into sort of a gift card holder. But just use a different thing that is for a gift card holder. And then that would be better, like to use for that. Like try to use the right tool for the job. And then at the end, you just use your ribbons, your twine, ribbon and twine, like that. I mean, this one was so boring when I first started out. I think it looks great now with all the little extra stuff on it. But it was kind of boring when I first started out. So I'm going to be making a lot more of them. We used... If you want to use the stamping, we just use this. And what's nice about it is the 4 stamps are stuck already as one on the block. They're already one stamp, which is great. Like I didn't do that. I don't have to go finding 4 little stamps. They are already set up like that. And then you could change up this little clasp. All right, so that is all. That's what we did. Aren't they cute? I'm glad. Sorry that you're developing complications on your surgery, Christina. That's not good. That's not good. All right, on this channel, we have made these cute little nugget treats. We made these in October, but it is the beginning of November, so there's still a lot more projects to go. And to do these, we used the stamp from the Jolly Delivery. This stamp here, and we die cut it, and I showed you how to color it with the stamping blends. And make the little extras with the cardstock pool party. Okay. And what else do we do? That's the same. He's the same little guy. I always make one as a sample, and then we make one together live. Okay, we made... I have so many more cards to show you. Okay. A couple other cards we made, like with this theme. Here, we did special delivery from the North Pole. Okay, there's a lot going on this card, but this is actual paper. This is actual paper. The little graph paper came from the North Pole delivery suite, and we stamped all these cute little envelopes and colored them with Pool Party and Petal Pink. So that was fun. And then some of these we made like in bingo, but it's still like good for you to get ideas. A lot of you are the same ones who got the workshop kit also got the bingo kit. So you have the different colors of cardstock. So this is pecan pie, and this is also in your kit, pecan pie. Okay, so that is a piece of DSP back there, the little cat with the antlers on, and lots of cute ephemera. And the other technique we learned on this one is taking the blending brush and blending up the corners. This is just an example, not the right color, but you know what I mean? We use these blending brushes to blend the corners. All right, another card we used, the dies. And again, we did a polar bear. I like the polar bear concept here. This is the Lights of Aurora Designer Series paper. That paper is pretty awesome. And then what you're going to do, though, is whenever you use a different paper, you're going to take your markers that coordinate with the paper and color the gifts accordingly. So this is like similar to, right? Here's our guy. These ones, there's a gnat. It's nighttime here in Georgia. There's a gnat on my card. Okay. You're going to use, like here, for this one, because we're trying to match the paper, we're using Poppy Parade and Petal Pink, etc. Right? This one, we're using Gorgeous Grape and Balmy Blue to color this same gifts. And then look at that difference when you try to coordinate the paper. So that's pretty cool. And lastly, this is a bingo card. I did this one as an example using the Christmas Tags and More Designer Series paper. But then I decided I didn't want the big margin. I wanted a smaller margin, but this is the same card, just with a smaller margin. And this is using the Traditions of Christmas Designer Series paper. Okay, so those are all different cards you can make using your Jolly Delivery. Okay, and now let's put this ink away because I have some other things to show you. I need to make sure this is away so it doesn't get on anything. And then I close this because otherwise we might get. All right, so what we did, so this is Jolly Delivery. And then last month's card club, we used Festive Friends, and we made the cutest cards, you guys. Oh my goodness. Festive Friends. So if you missed all these tutorials on YouTube, this was using the paper from your kit. It was called A Little Bit Festive. And then we did the Santa with the Lights of Aurora. And let's see, here's another Santa with Lights of Aurora. That's the same paper I showed you a minute ago. And then that's the same paper we made a box of. This is called Penguin Playmates paper. And then this is the same paper we used earlier called Elegant Pine Snowflake. And this is the Modern Christmas paper. And this is the Elegant Pine Snowflake. Those are all Christmas friends. Festive Friends. And this is the tag. Festive Friends. All right. Who's with me? Who wants to see the swaps? Write swap in the chat. Somebody write swap so I know I'm not talking to myself. I know the Lavender Santa's the best. Okay, the Lavender Santa. Let's look. The Lavender Santa's the best. Yes, isn't it? This is called not Orchid. There's a name for it. Highland Heather. I think he's the Highland Heather Santa. That's the color I colored him with. Highland Heather, light and dark. I tried a Fresh Frieza Santa, and the Fresh Frieza Santa came out too pink. So, okay, good. Janet wants to see the swaps. Thank you. So I'm not talking to myself. Okay, it's saying, Christina's saying, yeah, shoulder surgery is going to be making it very hard for you to craft. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, so swaps. I went to my friend yesterday. I almost cried when my friend sent me swaps. She did swaps for me on my behalf, meaning I couldn't participate in this month's swap. And the swap coordinator usually does swaps. She usually doesn't participate herself. She gets a set of swaps. But she made me a set. And she usually makes a little Cersei. This is her little Cersei she made. Look how cute. Wait do you see what's in it? Oh my, isn't that adorable? These are the erasers we use for our scan and cut, too. I use them all the time for crafting. Adorable little box. Now, irregardless that it's a Moody Mauve box, I love the little box. I love the little style and the little eraser. So that's what she gave, like the swappers. And then what she did is she made an extra set of cards, so she was part of the swap, and then she gave me her set of cards. So she made 2 sets of cards, or she made an extra set of cards for me, and then I got the swap cards. So I have not opened these yet. I just showed them to my mom, but I didn't actually open them, meaning to see what's in the bag. And so this was our team swap this quarter. We do a quarterly swap on our team. And this is from Janita Cook. She's one of the papered chefs. This swap is done in a team that we all belong to called the Beehive. And I like how she embossed this strip here. And she used the Gathering Together. She did an Autumn Wishes card with some Cajun craze. Oh, here, she wrote it here. Amber Autumn stamp set. Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. And then she talked about all the blends that she used. I like when people give you the directions of how they did the swap. So fantastic. Donita usually does like the card that, wins. There's usually a contest. I think last time she did the card that wins. She usually doesn't win all the time, but she did the one that was last month. Okay, now we have another autumn card. I know, isn't it great? Okay, Lynn, that's going to be in one of your future things when I send you plaid. Probably you're going to get that box. I'm just going to try to remember. You actually like that color, don't you? All right. Oh, my goodness. Super cute. Autumn Wishes again. So it's that same. Wow, a lot of people use that Autumn Wishes. Okay, this is Kelly Donaldson. And she used the embossing folder. Her address is on there, so we don't want to show the whole thing. But isn't that gorgeous? Actually, the same. Look at what's amazing about the Autumn Wishes is you have the same sentiment, right? So Kelly Donaldson and Danita used the same sentiment and the same pumpkins. And they each embossed in a different way, and it came out completely different. Okay, how cute is this one? This is from another papered chef, Carol Harris. She's from Virginia. She's one of our team members, and she did Go Nuts, and it looks like a frame. It looks like it pops up. So the squirrel pops up. Oh my goodness. How cute. So it's a frame card, and then it still opens up in the inside. Oh, she went the extra mile. Birthday wishes. So this is a masculine birthday card. Go nuts at your birthday. That would work. I'd say that's year-round. A year-round cool card Masculine card. Actually, I already know someone who can give this to. Always talking about the different critters in his yard. He actually likes squirrels, but some other critters. He's always trying to talk about what's in his yard. My friend, my husband's best friend. Oops. It's always calling my husband talking about a new critter that he's trying to excavate from his backyard. But not that's the squirrels, but we could just, I think he'll like the squirrel card. That's adorable. So Carol did a great job. And this next one is Hattie Nelson, my upline. And she used that same folder that Kelly Donaldson used over here. I don't know the name of it, but you could see it back there. And the gathering together, or gathered together, or gathering together. Specialty fall designer series paper with the many thanks, acorns and all that. And twine, I like her use of twine. I like her use of little doodads on their embellishments. So that's pretty cool. And everybody puts a sticker on, like, what is it? Sticky note or some piece of paper saying who made it. I really like that extra layer, too, around there. All right, I'm trying to do all the fall ones first. How great is the gingerbread man scarecrow? Never done a swap? Okay, Christina, it's like you basically make the same cards. So in this case, there's 13 cards. She forgot to send me her card. She wrote, did you get all 13 cards? I said, no, I got like 12 cards. And she said, oh, I forgot to send you my card. It's laying here because she found it later. So basically the idea is you send like 14 cards in. In this case, everyone would have sent 14 cards in and get 13 cards back. You get back your own card. That's one card. The swap coordinator keeps the card because they're doing all the work. And they're coordinating the thing. And that's their little perk for being the swap master, swap coordinator. And that's it. You get back all the different cards. It's just a no-brainer. You mail them in. It's not hard. You mail them in and you get back crafty goodness in the mail. And I usually do it every quarter. You guys have seen me do videos on it. I do it every quarter. How cute is the scarecrow? Look at he's hanging out there. There's that plaid paper that's current. It's called Timeless Plaid. That's current paper now. And the denim looks like it's part of Country Woods maybe or Country Lace. I mean, this took some planning, guys, to make the little scarecrow thing. They actually looks like they cut it with their scissors. It's so funny, the overalls. I don't think the overalls came like that. I'm pretty sure they came just regular overalls. And one of them turned him into a dress. Wait till you see the one that turned him into a dress. All right, so that was another one of the paper chefs, Julie Reif. So when I say another one of the paper chefs and you're like, aren't they all? No, well, we all belong to another team called the Beehive. So some of these swaps are from team members that aren't directly on my team. They're from my sidelines, another team. All right, let's go right into the Christmas cards now. Starting with the most adorable little, you could take the gingerbread man and make a gingerbread woman and make the little dress. And I liked how they made the dress out of the Traditions of Christmas designer series paper. Okay, this one's Cindy Plumley from Montana. She's a great crafter too. So she's on the group called the Beehive. So the swaps are with that other team, but we all belong. Anyone that joined my team directly, it's an easel fold, it looks like. Anyone who joined my team is automatically in this other team called the Beehive, and they get to become part of the swap. How great is that? And she even put all the little swirlies back there. Okay, so that is over the top cute because it's embossed with the heat embossing around the side. The little gingerbread lady. And it says, bright and happy Christmas wishes. So that's using the Traditions of Christmas paper. Or here, it'll say it. Okay, paper, yeah, traditional Christmas. I think it's called Traditions of Christmas. Close enough. And then all the different gingerbread man and homemade treats. Okay, I thought it was all from the same one. I have the gingerbread man, but homemade treats. I already voted, but I didn't see the inside of the cards when I voted. So Janet and Lynn, if you didn't vote in the Beehive yet, you can go vote on cards. You know, and Laura Ann, I just see you coming in too. Go in the Beehive and vote on swap cards for this month because she only opens up the voting for a couple days. You just write vote on the one that you wanted. But I should have opened them all before I voted because that one is cute in the inside. All right, this says Christmas. This says Donna Tomasini. Oh, no, Donna Tomasini. Donna Tomasini. Oh, my goodness, how cute. This is basic beige paper, but I like how she stamped in basic beige. That's pretty elegant. And then colored it in and put some Wink Stella on it. And it says all this different things she used here. Okay. So here's her name down here, but I'm going to put the phone number. But Donna Tomasini, and it has the colors, Christmas greenery, and Label Me Grateful. So that would be the thank yous from the Label Me Grateful Christmas greenery. All right. Another cute Christmas card. This one's from Noreen Harrell. And it's the stamp and die set. It's called Branching Out. Noreen did a great job on these branching out dies. I think, Johnny, you might have got these dies, right? These are awesome. I really like these dies. And I like how they layer, and they remind me of like some other nested dies we have. So that's something new. I think that might be an online exclusive. Okay, this is the one I voted for because I did open, my mom wanted me to open this one. And so my mom and I both said that this one was the nicest because we're like, wow, on the outside, we're just thinking this is an awesome card. On the outside, we were like, wow, look at this awesome belly band. This is Deb Shaw, another one of the papered chefs. And I said, oh my goodness, she's in South Carolina. And I said, that's pretty nice belly band. And I was like, that's a nice card. And I really like this seasoned greeting Heat and Boss. Then my mom and I opened it up and we're like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at this. I mean, talk about a fancy fold. Talk about a lot of effort. So you have to open it to... So it says, friends and family are the true gift of Christmas. I mean, look at all the gold panels and the extra panels and all the extra work on the sides of these. Total labor of love. So there's a couple names. I don't know if I'd call that a bendy card or if anyone knows the real name of that card. But sometimes I call it a bendy card. But I was originally just thinking it was a gatefold card. So like that would be a gatefold card with a belly band. But then it goes like over the top. So, I mean, she hit it out of the park. So definitely all my team members, I hope you participate next January. Just get ready. All you got to do to get ready is like not even knowing what paper we have. Although in the middle of the month, we get to order from the next catalog. But even just knowing that there's going to be, like you could use Night of Navy as your card base. It's a neutral and you could be ready to go. Like no matter what paper comes out, you could have like the rest of your card already made, even if you don't know what sentiment and stamp set you're going to use yet. Even if the theme hasn't come out yet. We know the theme's going to be something with next year's new papers. So that's usually the theme of our swaps, is just the new catalog items. Then we get lots of samples. This one is from Hannah Wildy. Oh my goodness, I love this fold. Look at this, guys. It looks like a gift card holder. Yes, it is. And it even moves. Okay, I'm going to put it back down and show you how it moves. That's pretty cool. Okay, so it could be a gift card holder, or you could just use it for like a note inside too that comes out, but that's really nice. And let's see if she wrote what kind of materials. No, she just wrote Calamity Jane's Creations. Okay, I like Hannah's use of the Elegant Pine Snowflake paper. Okay, I have two more to show you. As if we haven't done enough stuff today. I know we've probably gone well over time, but hey, it's good. I hope you guys are enjoying seeing the swaps. Okay, this is interesting too. Okay, this is Jen Howard. Jen Howard is Hayward, sorry. I forget what the name of the thing is that she used here, but it's that hybrid embossing folder, I think. Holly and Jolly. That one we have. Wait, that's what I used here. Holly and Jolly. I think we used this in our Christmas in July workshop series, right? When we had I think that is the name of the stamp set. But this, I'm not sure about, but I really like it. And I like how they even pop up a little bit. So that's pretty neat. She put a layer of that on cardstock on top. And even stamped the inside. All right, nice job, Jen, with the ribbon. Super cute. And this last one is a coffee peppermint one. Super cute. All right, sometimes when you get them back in the bag, there you go. They never can get the ribbon to go flat again. All right. Nothing's better than. And then we have peppermint hot cocoa donuts. And that is by Cindy Adair. Cindy Adair. More Than Autumn. It's called More Than Autumn. Look at that. That's Coastal Cabana. What a happy color. And that's beautiful inside. What a great way to just put something nice inside with the snowflake. Now, sometimes what I do is if I'm going to a craft fair, you put them in a bag that you could see the inside and the outside of the card at the same time. Because otherwise, people will say, what's inside? And if you put them in a bag like this, they'd have to open the bag. That is awesome with the stars. Those were part of my embellishment share. Like those really cute little stars. I think they're called faceted stars. All right, so I hope you enjoyed seeing the team swaps. We should have, and I'm gonna, when I do get the 13th one, I will show it to you. Look, it's Christmas sweater theme that my friend Lisa made. So we have the 6 Christmas, or actually this could be considered Christmas because of the flowers. So 7 of those, and then we have the fall ones. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. And then last month's card club and making little boxes with me. All right. Tomorrow is cleanup day. I might be back on. I'm not sure, but probably not. And Friday but I will be back on Friday for my Whatnot auction. If you're not familiar with the platform, I'm going to zoom in. You could scan that QR code and become part of just jump on into the auction Friday at 3 p.m. And you can get some retired Stampin' Up! Products at a super great deal. And you could get a lot at once, and then your shipping is going to be a maximum, no matter how much stuff you buy from me. At each show I have, and I usually have 2 shows on weekends, it's only going to be $9.21 max, the shipping, no matter what you buy, even if you buy heavy punches, even if you buy giant packs of designer series paper. It's not like other platforms where every time you buy something, you have to pay shipping over and over and over again. It's really, really cool for that because you can buy a bunch of stuff at once and get a really good deal. And I go up Friday at 3 p.m. This Friday. Next Friday, I'm probably not doing the 3 p.m. one because of my craft fair, but I'll do this week I'm doing it. Next week I'll do something on Saturday night. All right. Catch you all later. Thank you all for watching. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great evening.